to the Manic Pixie Dream Podcast. I'm your host, Caroline Georges, and today's guest is Anna Jean. She's a comedian. She talks about what she's learned both as a casting assistant and also hosting open mics. She talks about her car accident and how that help was what motivated her to leave her corporate office job and pursue acting, and the importance of surrounding yourself with good people, but also not being afraid to be your own biggest fan and own soulmate. Here's the episode. Enjoy. So you're a comedian. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's an important it's an important gift to share with the world, I think, female comedy. And so thank you for that. And
is it really a gift? No.
You know, it's a hard job and you don't get enough credit and you're doing it. And so yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
How did you get into hosting?
Okay, so I heard this veteran comic talking about how hosting can help you get better quicker. And I'm a New Yorker, so I'm a little bit competitive.
Okay.
And I don't know, I want to stop with the big dogs. Like I want to be with the greats and work with them. So the only way I can do that is if I get better. So I always try to look for, how can I get better? How can I get better? I never say no to stage time. I just want to get better and just, I don't know, be great. I'm a middle child, you know.
You're the Jan.
Right. And now that I have a microphone on my hips, yeah. Everyone's going to hear me now.
I think every family has that one odd bird out and stuff. And I don't know if it makes a difference in what part of the family you're in. Because I'm the youngest and I always felt sort of like an outsider in my family.
Really?
Yeah.
God, my older sister, my baby sister, and she's an adult. So the fact that I said baby sister should say a lot. She's a bit bratty still, and she does everything she wants. Even I sometimes bent her. Okay, I have this joke that I say that it doesn't matter. While I'm arguing with my little sister, it never matters that if I argue with her, I will always lose. My older sister will always take her side. Like, even if she sets me on fire, my older sister will be like, what did you do? Like, what did you do? And it's like, I can never win, you bastards. So it's like, I'm like, what? You're the baby and you didn't get babied? Because my sister got babied for sure.
Oh.
Yeah, babied all the way till...
You know, maybe I was and I just didn't notice and I'm taking it totally for granted and I should just...
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're a brat. That's what you sound like. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, you got babied. That's right. I forgot.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I just recognized
that.
She did something. I was like, my little sister does that. Oh, So she has been, ladies and gentlemen, we have made a discovery. Our host is a brat. Thank you. Yeah, you're spoiled. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Damn baby. Damn lastborns. All right. But now that explains a lot. No.
I feel like I've been penalized a lot by fate. So I guess whatever.
Well, you should. You're the baby of the family. You get most of the love. So we should always hold you to the fire. No. I'm just thinking about my little sister in that same. No. No, it's fine. I'm just teasing.
Sometimes I meet people that remind me of my siblings and stuff, and I just start like relating to them really like right off the bat, like they're that person. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like you kind of match auras the same way with certain people as you do, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I love my little baby. We actually share the same birthday, which makes it worse now.
Do you really?
Yeah, we have the same birthday, August 20th. I was born, I think, in the morning, and she was born at night, or the other way around.
Oh, no.
But, right? My mom, and we have different dads. So I feel like my mom, like, got with my dad, had me, and was like, let's try this again. And then got another dude and had another baby, same birthday, and it's like, all right, now we got it right. We got it right.
Families are crazy. Everybody has some real winners, you know. And
I just saw this really great clip for this movie that's coming out. It's called Shoplifters, but it's an Asian family, and the dad is teaching all his little kids how to shoplift because they're poor.
Good.
And then they find this little girl in the alley, have her come to also shoplifting. They're like, why would you have her shoplift? Why are you teaching her that? And he's like, well, that's all I can teach right now. But there's another part where you hear somebody saying that I'm so happy that I can choose my family. And I thought, wow, that would be awesome if you can choose your family. Maybe the world would be a better place. I mean, I love my family, by the way. They're from Brooklyn and they're scary. So I have to say that. No. But yeah.
Aw.
No, I kind of love them. Whatever.
It's weird. I love my family too, and they're so weird and funny and stuff. But at the same time, like, I was watching American Hustle and stuff, and I love that whole analogy with the nail polish and how it smells and stuff. But you love the nail polish, yeah. And I don't know. I guess sometimes I think like I just like my family, and that's sort of what it reminds me of. I love my family, but it's just there's something kind of.
I think God put a chemical something in us where we have to love them because
I know, because the thing is, I know my family.
I wouldn't hang out with them if I
like
if
think
we
about
weren't
all my
related.
shit and stuff, and I know my family sort of has to deal with me too. And
Yeah,
stuff,
so it's
but, like,
please,
yeah,
we're all crazy. I think, yeah, at the end of the day, we are all just crazy,
yeah.
which makes the world interesting. We are not talking about comedy, which is hilarious. But I'm gonna make one more comedy comment. My friend swears the world's about to end. She's like, I swear to God, the world's about to end. I'm like, the world is not going to end.
Everybody feels that way though.
And okay, let me just say why I feel like the world would not be ending just on, because I think weird. If you look at it like a story,
Yeah.
I feel like the world just started living. Like the dinosaurs
I think we're in our angsty teen years.
Yeah,
exactly.
like we just, people are finally starting to come into their own, be their own people, are now wanting to be other sexes, soon they're gonna be want to be other animals. Who knows? But it's evolving, and I feel like now is when the story's really getting juicy, and it's like, oh my God, what else is gonna happen? And then for God to come now, it's like, dude, would you sit down? I wanted to see, will all the races come together? Will they not? Will they ever find out? Are there really aliens? Oh my God, why are there 6 empty planets? Did God make a mistake? Are those his mistakes? Like, what? Like, the story's now getting delicious. So you got it. I was like, girlfriend, God ain't coming now. Good for you though, if you think so.
Well, I don't know. I mean, the story was pretty delicious like 1,000 years ago too. You know, like in ancient Britain, they only drank beer because like the water was filthy. And so for maybe like 500, 600 years, that was like that was how they hydrated, was with alcohol.
Which explains a lot of
the
effects to now.
It actually does make a lot of sense.
Oh my God, this is why we are in hell ruin.
I think
drunk history.
I think there was probably plenty of delicious times during that era of ancient Britain when they were only drinking beer for water. But no. I mean, history is pretty fantastic. I love history, and it's just yeah. But I mean, there's a lot of things that I wouldn't want to be around for, but I love reading books about. Like, I love Vietnam. Like, I love the Vietnam War. The Vietnam War is like my absolute favorite thing. I've read 2 books, whole books about the Vietnam War. I love the Vietnam War, but I would never want to be in the Vietnam War, if you know what I mean.
I wouldn't want to be between now and 400 years ago. Maybe any times before then, that would probably be awesome. But, just me speaking, I would have liked to have lived maybe 600 years ago.
You see, I think maybe the attachment to the Vietnam War for me is that I would have had no issues back then as a white woman, I guess.
Well, that's what I was saying. I was talking about slavery. I would not be in slavery because it was 400 years ago, but 600 years before, I would probably still be in lovely, I don't know, Nubai or Ethiopia or somewhere, running through the bushes with my curly locks. I don't know, trying to stab a goat. I don't know. I'm pretty athletic. Good times. Maybe drinking our own type of beer That's crazy. Beer mix a lot. There's this A&E show where they talk about the Vikings, and there's a part where they ran very low on I think food shortage or whatever, and they said they were eating the babies. They took the fattest babies and threw them on the grill, and the best part was the butt. Hey, the stomach, I feel like, is a powerful thing. It will make you do
That's true. Well, that just makes me think about like ancient Greece whenever they would plunder like a city and stuff, and they would just throw kids off of like the mountain, and just kill them all. And they wouldn't even they would waste the meat, I guess.
You said waste the meat. You're not a vegetarian, are you?
No. Wow.
You're like, that's hilarious.
I was a vegetarian for a really long time, actually. I was a vegetarian for about, like a year, which is a long time. But then I was eating bologna for the entire year because for some reason that entire year it escaped me that bologna wasn't a vegetarian food. Because what is it?
That's hilarious.
Like, what is it? And so I never realized it was a meat product.
Meat, so.
And it doesn't taste like
it's not
meat.
even meat. So it might be vegetarian.
No, it's not. It's made out of pig organs, it turns out. So it's like made out of like the organs of like poor, intelligent, innocent pigs that have been taken away from their mom when they were a baby. They've never known joy. And then that was all I was eating all year. And
that doesn't really affect me, unfortunately.
So but I was a vegetarian in here, and that's what matters. And so
as you're eating your steak, I'm a vegetarian. It was
all for nothing.
Here. That's hilarious. I'm from Haiti, so I grew up. Well, actually, I grew up in America, but my mom, she grew up on a farm. So anytime when we would go to the supermarket, she would buy all the sides, but we would go to a slaughterhouse to get the meat, which was awesome. And my mom was really good because she would just she can look at any animal and can tell and be like, that one. That one is going to be good. Yeah, nice and healthy. And I would always look at my mom and be like, what kind of life did you live before? Like, how do you know these things? Well, no, but yeah, and it's funny because the meat was always so fresh. Even 2-3 days later, the meat was so fresh. And then when I moved out and started cooking for myself and started getting meat from the supermarket, it just never tasted the same as from the slaughterhouse when my mom would pick them. Yeah, it's terrible.
That actually makes a lot of sense, though.
Yeah.
Because it's
so good.
Was recently, had oxygen flowing, through its, veins and stuff. And that keeps it a little extra.
Yeah, maybe.
Sorry.
Okay, now we're really gonna get into comedy.
Okay. So what got you started into comedy? Because I know that you started out as a casting director or as a casting assistant. And then
no. Okay. Well, I might as well start from the top. No, what had happened was
let's start from the beginning. And then
I moved here to be an actor. And then there was a week where I had I think 4 or 6 auditions, and I had booked half of it. So I was super happy, about to celebrate. My birthday was coming up. My sister came and picked me up to go and celebrate. I parked in front of this restaurant, and right when I parked, I heard a screech. And I said, oh, that truck looks like, and then it hit us. What I was trying to say was, hey, that truck looks like it's about to hit us. But it did. The truck the car hit the truck. The truck hit me. I was in a 4-door I was in a 4-door car, and my car got pushed into an SUV. So then the SUV emergency brakes were on, so I started to get squished in my car. So the doors started to overlap. The wheels came in. My sister was with me. She swallowed some glass. It was a hot mess.
Oh, man.
So that put me in physical therapy for like a year almost. And so, yeah. So then I burned through all my money, my residuals, everything, and I had to get a job. So I somehow fell into casting assistant, and I just started working and somehow did well.
Wow.
Oh, wait, no. I went and worked in corporate America, got lost in there. I forgot about that. That's right.
Lost in corporate America.
Yeah.
And then became, okay.
Because I was making so much money in corporate America, and then I forgot that I was an actor. And I looked up one day. I was like, wait a minute. I think I'm an actor. And then I went and I quit that job because I hated it, but they paid me so damn well. And then I went into casting because I was like, I have to refocus. But then I got lost in casting because I have adult ADD. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. I think I'm an actor, damn it. I quit again. But then someone kept saying, you're really funny. You should try out,
But still, casting is not just like a job most people fall into. Like, there must have been something that got you into it.
I don't know how I
remember how I got into it. I being a job you'd fall into. But.
No, okay. So I was having a conversation with this casting director, and she said, okay, so there was this movie that I really, really loved. And
what was it?
It was Stomp the Yard. Love Stomp the Yard. Yeah, because I was working at the crap job. First of all, I was on the first floor in a cubicle. Every day I would look out the window and plan. How can I jump to my death? Like, how can this happen? Why am I dying here? But so every time I would come home, every weekend I would watch Stomp the Yard to make me feel better. And I would always see this casting director's name. And I was like, I'm going to hit up this casting director. Like, who is she? This Twinkie bird. Who is this person? So I look her up and I see she's having a workshop. So I'm like, oh, I'm taking it. Take her workshop. She ended up liking me. So I'm talking to her and I'm like, so how can, because I guess I'm always looking for a faster way to get to wherever. But I was like, how can I really learn this business? Like, I really want to learn it because I also want to produce. I want to write. I want to do a whole bunch of other stuff. And she was like, well, find a casting director that really likes you and become their reader, and you'll start to see what the behind the scenes are. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, do you like me? And she was like, yeah. I was like, well, hello. And then she laughed. She was like, fine. So she took me under her wing and I started working on my first project, which was called Jump in the Broom. That went for 6 weeks with also the lovely Natasha Ward, casting associate. That was awesome because I started out as an intern, then I moved up to assistant. Mm-hmm. And then again, and then I did, I guess, really great job. Oh, I'm Haitian again. English is my third language, so let's not forget that.
I won't.
So I did such a great job, I guess, that she took me under her wing and I just started working on a whole bunch of other jobs. And then I was working on Sparkle, the movie that had Whitney Houston. Yeah. And I went into Twinkie's office and I was like, I think I want to be a comic. So when I told her, she was like, yeah, I think you should totally, because you're hilarious in the office, running around and everything. I love your energy and you crack me up. So yeah, but just remember it's a structure. So learn the structure. But yeah, I think you'll be great. So I was like, awesome. I just got the thumbs up from the boss. So let's go. And I chickened out for a couple of years after that because I noticed, oh, wait a minute. I have stage fright and I'm a little shy, but I didn't care. I just went ahead and just started just taking as much stage time as possible. But then I took a comedy class, David Arnold, and started doing comedy. But I saw I wasn't really growing. And then that's when a veteran comic told me, hey, if you become a hostess, then you're on stage majority of the shows and you get a lot more stage time and you get, better quicker. So I was like, oh, let's do that. So I started harassing flappers. And at first they were like, okay, you have to take a class. And I was like, fine, when is this class? They were like, well, the person kind of left. They quit. So give us a moment. So I was like, fine. But then a few weeks later, they hit me up. They were like, hey, do you want to just host this? Because we don't have a hostess. And I was like, yes, I'll do it. So I went and did it. And then a few months later, they were like, oh, we hired somebody for our hostess class. Do you want to take the class? I was like, hell no. I'm like 6 shows deep. Hosting for you. What? Oh. Flapper's going to be so upset when they hear this. But it's like, no. I'm good, though. Thank you. Oh, but I'm still available, to host. And then a year later, they made me an official host every Friday, 11:30 to 1 a.m. in the Yoo-Hoo room. I'm hosting with Darren Dendron. Oh, God. I always mess up his last name.
Darren Dendron. Because that's a voice. That's a vocal exercise right there.
Gendro.
What is it again? Darren Dendron.
Really?
Darren Dendron. Darren Dendron.
Oh my God. Darren is going to be in. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Sorry, Darren. Gendro. Oh, wait. I think I got the French part right. Whatever. It's close enough. Close enough. He's awesome. But yeah, so, I hosted. I need a lot more ladies to come up. Please come up, ladies. Because the guys, oh my God, I would look at the list and there'll be like 30 dudes to like 5 chicks. I'd be like, come on, ladies, I need more. I'm biased to y'all. Come on, come through. Yeah.
I've been going to the Tao Women's Comedy thing on Monday night.
Tao's good, yeah. No, it's Dow.
Dow?
Yeah.
Dow. Oh, sorry.
Dow, yeah.
See, I mispronounced it and it's racist. In a way.
That's hilarious. Well, I just say English is my third language, and I was taught to always pronounce enunciate every letter. So I'd be like, ow. They're like, no, it's Dow. What? It's a D. Where'd that come from? So, the English language, one of the hardest, but yeah.
Is it really?
Yes. English, because
it's
I think it's
Germanic, and then it's Latin, and then it's Gaelic, and it's a mixture of those. And I feel like, well, any language based on Latin and stuff that has Latin is always easy to learn. But like if you're English speaking already, that's what I've heard. Yeah. But then, so the languages.
My first language is French and Creole, and then second Creole. Yeah. So I have other things running around in my head before the English comes in.
Wow.
Ending first grade, second grade. First grade, my English was pretty broken because my mom would have to translate things to me, which I have a joke that I say about that, where I say that we're not the typical immigrant families, because one of the great things about being immigrants is like your parents don't know how to speak the language, which is fantastic. But my mom could. So while I would watch my friends translating things to their teacher for whatever the teacher was saying to them, my mom was translating to me. I was like, this is terrible. If I would get in trouble, I couldn't like fix like my report card. If I got a D, I couldn't like make it an A, because she can read it. She'd be like, this is a D. Like, you can read too? Oh, come on. It's ridiculous. So yeah, my mom was quite woke.
Wow.
She was wokeation. It's like, that's what I would like to say.
That must be like so scary being a kid and being in a place where you don't know how to, because that's already scary being a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
In Alaska, they have a lot of mail order brides and stuff, and so
that's
like
hilarious.
Yeah, and so like women will bring their like kids and stuff, and there'll be like these new little like Czech kids and Russian kids and stuff that don't know any English, and
that is true.
I know. It was there was this little girl, and we at I worked at a daycare that was how my like in Alaska to save up money to move.
You from Alaska?
I'm from Alaska.
I have a friend that's from Alaska, and she's there right now. Hey,
oh, really?
Jessica Cantero. I'm just wrecking everyone's last name. Jesus Christ.
There was this little girl from, I think she was from Ukraine. She's from Ukraine, and so she didn't speak any English, and so like I was not volunteering, but I worked at another daycare, and then I was there just to like watch her, and no one spoke her language, and
wow.
I didn't speak her language, and her mom like wasn't going to be there, and it was her first day on her own, and so I was just there to like watch this little girl, and then they told me I didn't need to come back after a day because the little girl didn't know how to ask me to go to the bathroom, and I felt so bad because it was just and so she ended up having an accident and stuff, and it was so upsetting. This poor little girl, and it was her first day there, and she didn't speak a word of English, and she was just like,
well, luckily Brooklyn, luckily Brooklyn was a little bit more melting pot, so there were a couple of kids in the class that spoke Creole that can help me and stuff. But one thing I did appreciate was that when I didn't know how to speak English, I just had to go off of energy and stuff. So I can always tell when someone didn't like me. It doesn't matter what they say. I know when you don't like me, because I had to figure that out when I didn't know how to speak the English. And I'd be like, I don't think this person likes me. And then when I learned the language, now I'm like, oh, okay, now I can tell who likes me. And even if, people are nice or whatever, no, I can always tell.
So you remember going off of people's energy when you were,
because you can always tell. It was just, I don't know, I can just always, it's an itch. I'd be like, I don't think that person likes me. But it's because since I was little, I had to, like, I had to figure out a way how to, live among, I guess, English-speaking kids and survive. And so until I can get my language together.
I mean, I like French songs, or like some songs, like some like Spanish songs and stuff, and but like you don't know the words to the lyrics and stuff, but you can really enjoy the vibe of the song and stuff for like without understanding what it says. Yeah,
that's true. Well, my mom actually, she speaks English, French, Creole, Spanish, and I don't think she speaks any.
So you speak 3 languages, and you're not living up to your mother,
right? Oh no, nothing, no,
okay,
nothing that.
Okay.
Yeah, my mom is very. Again, I told you she's a very wokeation.
I think I understand you a little bit better. Okay.
Yeah, she's very.
All right.
Yeah.
So do you think that you like compare yourself to this, like to your mom a lot or to your other family members on like kind of like how you like, cause you are,
no, I'm a failure. Because I'm a comic.
You're not, you're so ambitious and you're so like you want to rule the world and stuff. And does you think that comes from like wanting to
maybe
learn 6 languages where your mom only, you know, like, well, my mom knows 5 languages, but I'm this big comedy queen
first of all,
in Los Angeles.
The only reason why my mom learned Spanish is because she was working, when she moved to Berkeley, she was working in the area that was all Puerto Ricans and she wanted to know what they were saying. So because she nosy. So she was like, I don't want them to be talking about me. So then she went and learned the language. So then when she comes back 2 months later and she's like, yeah, por qué? And they stopped that chatter quick. So yeah, it wasn't because, she wanted to learn. It was all about education. Man, please. Hey, I should say that on stage.
I think you should.
Yeah, I'm gonna totally use that. No. Which is funny because my mom is always preaching to us education. Like, get your education. Like, okay.
So, what are some life lessons from hosting and comedy that you can give to the young ladies listening?
For hosting, well, I'm still kind of learning that, but. Like, take ownership of the stage, I guess. One of my first, critiques I got was someone told me, can you, like, walk a little bit closer up? Because it seems like the more you talk and as you get laughter, you walk backwards. And you get closer to the wall as if you feel like you're being attacked. You're like, oh, my God. But you're still talking and you're still saying your jokes. And it's like, come back. Like, where are you going? And I was like, oh, I didn't even know I was doing that. So I guess be aware of your surroundings. I have no idea. Okay. I said, just never say no to stage time. Never, ever say no to stage time. Stage time is good. It's your friend. That's the only way you can get better. I know this because I listen to a lot of comedy podcasts. I watch a lot of shows, sets. I'm watching things between HBO and Amazon Prime, Netflix. I'm literally just like inhaling all types of comedy because I really love this and I really do want to get, better and stuff. And I'm a perfectionist and I don't want to suck. So when I'm working as an assistant, I like to help out the actors. So I like to give them tips and be like, yo, this can help you, this can. Give them because I know it's hard. It's so hard.
No,
the business is the devil.
That's really nice.
And sometimes I'll give them advice where I'll be like, oh, wait, I could use that, but I don't. And I will tell them like, look, don't be hard on yourself because we're going to do that. We're going to tear you down to the bone. So why are you doing it to yourself for? Be nice to yourself. Be kind. Trust. The world's going to destroy you. So stop. Now, if I can take that same advice, that would be awesome. Yay. Will I? No, it's too easy. But that's a conversation I was just having with another comic, and she's a veteran, and she's already toured. I try to speak to people that's a little bit further than me. Yeah. Because I'm trying to learn from the best. Hey, comedian Amber. But yeah, so it's like, just be kinder to yourself. What else? Yeah, and stage time. Stay on stage. You can watch it as much as possible. It doesn't matter. When you get on that stage, always a different experience. And also the number one complaint that every comic has is you'll do a show in one place, completely kill, destroy, people just in tears. You're like, what? I am God. And then you'll go into another show, literally the same day, next day, whatever, and not get the same response. And you'll be like, so what I mean, I was God. I mean, God don't like me. That's what I meant.
Well, people are going to see something different, on stage. Yeah. I think energy is an important aspect of that. But I
always try to taste the room to be like, oh, like no, this, no, okay, oh, yes, no, okay, let's. I feel like sometimes I can never say one joke the same. Yeah. 100%. I always have to tweak it depending on how the room is, because you'll start to say words and you'll see their face start to contort. You're like, okay, this way. What about this way? Yeah. This is kind of like a tiny little penis trying to go in this, like this, no, like this. I don't know why I thought that. But I'm saying,
but thank you for thinking that.
I'm trying
thank you for thinking of such things.
Get it in, and you're like, I don't feel anything. No, that's not it. No.
I go to the
Yeah,
Dow
yeah.
Women's Comedy.
Oh, okay.
Because I love the meltdowns at Dow Women's Comedy. I love the meltdowns. There's always one, and they're great. There's like a girl. I mean, I think they happen at all open mics and stuff, but the Dow Women's Comedy ones are the best because it's like all women. It's a safe space. Yeah. We have 2 glasses of wine each. Right. And then there's like this one
there's a problem with
crazy
alcohol.
Drunk chick goes up to do her set.
There was this one girl, I tried not to heckle her. No, I didn't heckle her. I was just like, oh my God, I want to heckle so bad. But Bobby lit her and was like, almost like, get the off our stage because she got, okay, first of all, ladies, I need you to listen to this very carefully. If you go to an all-women mic, please do not attack women on why you go into guys' house at 2 a.m. or hanging out with guys and then be surprised if you get offended. I mean, if you get harassed or fondled. It's like, what? This girl went up there and was like seriously, who's going to guys' house at 2 a.m. and not expecting them? I mean, it's your fault. And then why would you wear that skirt? And who does that? And we were like, what? Why would you accept drinks from a guy? Like, don't talk to guys apart. What? Bobby lit her and was like, it's time for you. Nope. Goodbye. She was just blaming chicks, just attacking. We're like, I'm gonna say, hey, yo. But
I missed it.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Probably the 1 week I didn't go and I missed it.
She was like, y'all need to stop accepting guys going to his
comedy night on Mondays. Every Monday.
8 o'clock.
Without fail. There's a meltdown. It is so great. Okay. And next week it'll be me. You never know. You never know with
Wait, so she took a break from a mental.
She was there on an assignment. She had an assignment from her therapist to go to an open mic.
Oh my God, I've heard a few of those. I have heard a few of those.
Oh, okay.
One from a guy, but I've heard, my therapist told me to make this assignment. I'm like, everyone has a therapist? What, am I late to the party again? Damn it. I feel like everyone, even my black friends are having therapists. I'm like, what? Are we that progressed? We that progressive? Oh, come on.
I think it's important. It's so important just to have somebody you can talk to about like just yourself. You know what I mean?
Nah, I'm Caribbean. I'm Haitian. We were taught to not share nothing with anyone and to hold in all your emotion and bottle it all the way down inside and then bring up a smile. And if it makes you crazy, go in the closet and stick it back down.
You know, the Stepford wife thing works. You can't,
well, no, my mom used to just tell me that everyone has their own problems. So why would they care about yours?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Stop it.
I think you just be the still waters. You know what I mean? Nobody has to see anything.
So
Nothing
that's why
to see here.
When my friends would be like, oh, I'm going to see a therapist. I was like, well, I'm going to take a psychology class because I don't know how to open up to people. So let me just open up to myself. But before I do that, let me get the proper ooh, that's also a good joke I can try. All right. Wow, stuff just comes out easy when you talk about it.
I know.
Now let me get on stage.
Okay. So she was there on an assignment. She was like maybe 50. She had really curly big hair that like she didn't take care of and stuff.
Okay, no more description because half of the class is probably. I mean, half of the girls are probably listening. They're like, "Oh, we know who exactly that is."
Oh, really?
Yeah. No more description.
She was wearing a muumuu.
Yeah, no more description. No more description.
Glasses.
They're like, "No, she's not talking about Sarah." No more description.
Yeah, she mentioned she was Jewish as well. And
oh crap, is her name Sarah? Ah, damn it. Sarah Goldstein's gonna be like, hey, that's me she's talking about. And my hair was done that day. How dare she? That was not a muumuu. That was a shirt and skirt combination.
Yeah, so she took the stage, and that's when the magic happened. She just took the stage and she was like, when you're like kind of having like you're like emotional and you're like trying to be funny and stuff, and she's like, I'm like here on an assignment and stuff. Like she was so like frazzled and like, but then also like just how like she was wearing a muumuu. She had big curly hair.
Stop it with the descriptions.
How
somebody is now tuning in and going, wait. What's she talking about? Sarah?
Everything that was going on was just so so insane. You know, just everything. Just you could just smell crazy wafting off of her.
I've only seen one scream, and that freaked me out because she brought her notebook up on stage and she was like, "All right, y'all, these are some new stuff, so let's go at it." Oh my God, I can't find the first joke. I was like, what the hell? Wait, what? Whoa, that's too soon. I have yet to ignore you to look down on my phone. What? We're still looking up at you as you're taking the mic. Wait, what? She started screaming and then she was like, okay, here it is. And then she said the first joke. And we were like, oh, okay. She was like, all right, whatever. Let me just do the second one. Oh my God. And she started flipping the pages. And we were like, I was like, what is this? What's going on here? Is this fake? Are y'all doing this on purpose? And we were just like stunned because we didn't know what else to do. And every time she'll say a joke and then we would kind of laugh, she'd be like, okay, fine. Let me just go to the next one. And she'll flip her page. She'd be like, oh my God, what's going on? And we were like, oh my God, what?
See, it's so unifying though, you know, like, because you're just sort of like, we're all in this with her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, one screamer.
Get your joke. You can do it, you know. And it's just,
like,
if you're on assignment, complete your assignment. A for effort, you know, like, just good for you. Just take the stage.
I had my first argument at an open mic.
Your first argument?
Right?
How old were you?
Oh, no, this just happened just a couple months ago. Yeah.
Your first argument? You never had an argument before?
No, at an open mic.
Oh, your first argument at an open mic.
Yeah, at an open mic, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm like, what? How old am I? I just been only doing comedy. No.
Oh my gosh.
Right? My thing is when I go to open mics, I go to work on whatever jokes and try to get tighter, better, do a couple of networking, roll out, try to hit another mic. I think in one night in LA, I was able to do 3 open mics. I was able to get to. Got home at like 3 a.m. But yeah, so that's what I was trying to. So I went to this, and yeah, so I never have problems. So I usually, I'm always nice and hang out with people and have a good time. It's jokes. We're supposed to be in a good mood anyway, even though we're miserable comics. And then and I don't know how the argument started. He was talking about something, and he was just like, something, you people. And I don't like that statement. I was just like, and I just happened to look up and say, what?
He was like, he was being racist? Like, he was being racist,
and I didn't understand it because this is a friend of mine's, and every time I would walk in, he's always nice, always friendly. So I was like, oh. But he would have a discussion about something, and he was just like, yeah, well, whatever. Well, you people. And I was like,
Well,
what?
Like he meant like
yeah,
Asians
you people like
or like black people.
Yeah, black.
Okay.
And my first thought was, are you racist? Because I like you, and I thought you were cool, and I made a comment about your hair. We always have fun every time we see each other. What? Ah, damn it! Now I gotta go New York on you, man. I was like, where's my knife? I gotta cut him now. No, I did it. It just, and then we just started yelling. And when he stood up, I stood up too. I was like, what the hell you think you're talking to? I was like, no. I was like, I guess the joke's left.
What were you guys talking about that
he just kept screaming that I don't know. He was screaming about something nonsense. I was just like, who the hell you think you talking to? That's what I want to know. Are you crazy? You gotta be crazy. I know you're crazy because you my face. And then he got even closer, took the chairs and then threw it and got even closer to my face. So I started laughing. I was like, I know you did. You crazy? You are crazy. Oh, is that supposed to scare me? You threw the chair? Really? That's supposed to scare me? Word, son? Please stop it. So I laughed in his face, and then he went off, got his phone, and started to record. So me and this other girl was there. I was like, well, I guess the mic is over. I was like, I'm going to need my money back, homie. So he was like, fine. You weren't funny anyway. You only been doing comedy for 2 years. In 2 years, I was opening up for some big act. I was already doing stuff. What are you doing? You're just sitting here at a mic, even though you're hosting it. I was like, well, let me go ahead and find another mic so I can get better. So I too can open up for people.
Was he an open micer or was he a regular or like a comedian?
He's an open micer, and he was hosting that mic, but yet... Anyway, so I was like, let's go ahead and go to another mic so we can get just as good as you. So we too can open up for people. Wow, everybody give it up for homeboy that has opened up for somebody 2 years into his comedy. Yay, claps. I'm gonna need my money back, homie. And then he gave my money back, and then we left.
Wait, he didn't leave. You had to leave?
No, I wanted to leave because I was like, I'm not getting up on stage and you're the host and no, I want my money back now. I'm gonna go to another mic. Oh hell no, that was at another mic.
Oh okay,
which is terrible because
okay, good clarify that.
Oh hell no, that was not. No, hell no, that was at a different mic on Sunset.
Wow.
But yeah, and it's sad because I really like this guy, and it's like, wow, for a year.
Like you liked him, or like
for a year, we would every time I see him, we would always play around, talk, hug, just. And in the moment, he said, "You," and I was like, "Wait, you're a fraud? Oh man, I really liked you. That sucks because I thought you were cool peoples, and whatever, that's cool."
No, it's not. That sucks. I'm really sorry.
Always go through something. Well, I'm black, so that's the world. That's the temperature we live in. But it's cool. I don't go to that mic anymore, which is sad because I love the people there. And
wait a second. So you can't go to that mic anymore because he's there? They didn't fire him?
Well, I don't want to. Yeah, he's there all the time, so I don't want to. But I know I'm not. I'm not
okay, so I don't understand. Like he made a racist comment towards you and threw a fucking chair and
right. Yeah, and so I was like, this because I know this can now escalate. You threw a chair. The next time I go there, what else is gonna happen?
Well, what's his name?
For the record, I don't want to give him any whatever. Yeah, and for the record, my dude is 7'1". Well, no, he's 6'6.5", but still tall enough to whip your ass. But I'm not gonna let it get to that because I can fight my own battles. I'm from New York. Thank you, and you're welcome. Yeah, no, I was like, wow, you threw a chair. I had to laugh though. I was like, did you just throw a chair?
How do you respond to that kind of thing? Because I mean, honestly, I mean, I couldn't imagine being attacked.
Just laugh and leave. Because you know what? Sometimes people could be having a bad day, and I've noticed that sometimes people like to. Sometimes they don't mean it, but they may take out their anger out on you or whatever, and you could be also having a bad day, and now you are now coming back at them, and now it becomes a big fight to where it's like, wait, how did we even get here? And it's like, oh, we both were having a bad day, and then we just happened to clash. So that's why I say laugh and leave, and then when we're all calm and cool, we'll talk about it.
Is race a comfortable subject for you? I don't want to I know that's it's such a tense thing, and it is like you want to laugh and stuff, and that not everybody can talk about.
Oh no, I don't mind. I can talk about anything. I can make anything funny. That's our job.
Well, I have a friend, and she I don't know. I guess I always she and I met when we were younger. We've been friends for a long time and stuff. But she always felt really victimized and attacked because she's black and stuff, and which is understandable. And she was really involved with Charlotte and stuff, and Charlotte's sorry with that. What happened in Charlottesville? So she was really involved and stuff, and she did crowdfunding for plane tickets for people and stuff so she's and so she's a real.
What's her name?
Her name's Courtney. Yeah, but and she's but I really she's a fighter. She's a go-getter, and she's really strong, but at the same time she grew up extremely privileged. Her parents and so she went to private schools and stuff, and she her dad bought her BMW and so it was always that
just kind of gave me a joke in my head. Ooh, I grew up extremely privileged in Haiti. Oh, good, you laughed. I'm gonna use that.
No, okay, funny. Good. It actually works. I think I like it.
Okay,
and,
okay.
And so I don't know. So I always felt kind of frustrated with her sometimes if she would lecture me about poverty issues and stuff, because I always felt like I kind of would know more about that kind of thing, or my experiences would sort of be more on that level than hers. And so I don't know. She and I would always kind of get into it on that level about that kind of thing. But then she told me this story about how she did go to a private school that was all white, except for her and her siblings, and what that experience was for her. And she said that there was on Valentine's Day, there was this little boy, and he brought in roses for all the girls in the class.
She didn't get one.
He singled her out, deliberately not bringing a rose. And he said, I didn't bring one for you because...
Yeah, that's typical.
And that, she was 6.
Yeah, that would stay with you. Yeah.
And that, and so she's always like, you don't get a rose because you're black. You don't get a rose because you're black. You don't get a rose because you're black. And that's just in her mind forever. And I don't know. I couldn't.
That's a terrible seed, and that can grow into a very, very, very bitter seed.
And I think that everybody has those seeds from their childhood, but I couldn't imagine having just your skin color being that
Yeah,
seed.
because it's a constant. Because the problem is it's that first seed,
Mhm.
and then there's just more water and
Yeah.
sunshine and heavy anger sunshine into that black flower that comes, and it's just like, crap. Can I ever just be beautiful? Damn it.
Yeah.
Like now I'm stumbling. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, I have
I
because I'm
mean-
black. In the black culture, there is the skin issue with the lighter and the darker, and it goes
Sure.
back and forth, and it's just like, can I just be rich? I mean,
Well, I mean, it's crazy to think that there's like, I mean, we do live in a world where like women like Naomi Campbell and Tyra Banks like have felt ugly, because of their skin, and it's like that was, some of the most beautiful women in the world have felt ugly for that reason. And I think that's yeah.
But it's funny. It's not just black women. I noticed that it's also in other ethnic cultures, like in the Asian population, in the Indian population. Darker skin, anything is not good. It's just not. And it's like, why is it not good? Because growing up, I didn't feel pretty, but now I'm feeling super pretty, and I'm like, I feel like I'm super pretty, and people keep telling me that I'm super pretty now, but then a situation will happen that will remind you, oh yeah, you're not being chosen because you just a little bit shade darker. Sorry. Come to the next party. Oops, sorry, you're not invited. So it's like, fuck. So then, you know what? I'm just going to create my own party. It's cool. And I'm going to make it so fabulous that you're going to want to come. But I'm not going to be a dick about it and not invite you in. Oh, I want you to come in so you can see all this glory. You bastards. And then I cry about it in the corner. No, okay, my real thought about race is, so I work upscale catering, and I will see these, like billionaire, uber wealthy white males, and not billionaires, but uber wealthy black males, and they all are having a good time talking, and there's no race, nothing.
Yeah.
And I feel like the race problem only happens, I guess, to us lower levels, just to keep us, I guess, distracted. So we don't see that. We don't got nothing. But you know what? If I hate that person for right now, let's just fight about it while we're going hungry and suffering in life. Well, I don't know. I just have many thoughts.
I mean, Halle Berry talked about having like a white boyfriend in high school, and she still experienced racism. Like she was a cheerleader.
She's going to experience racism because she's black, because she has black in her. So it doesn't, which is sad because she's really biracial, but we live in a world where she's black. Sorry. You have to ignore your white side. That's the temperature. You are black.
You told me not to date comedians ever again, and to only date actors.
No. Well, they're all entertainment. No. What I was saying, that I would hear people say it's not good to date comics, and I added on, unless if you're ready or prepared for it, because when you date a comedian, you know how we are sensitive, and we have to talk about our lives. So if we break up, you're going to get talked about. And I've seen some comics that will get in their feelings because of that, or they will stop going to a mic because, they're going to be there and they're going to probably talk about us, and they're going to know it's me, and they just can't handle it. So I'm like, then don't date comics, because you can't.
Yeah.
Your life is going to come out. And if you're a private person, then why would you? And that goes for both sexes, male or female. It's like, don't. I didn't, but I did mine in the beginning, though. Way in the beginning, I didn't know I was going to be a comic. I was just like, I'm here to act, and this guy likes me, and I'm fabulous, so let's do it.
It's just dating comedians. I always just feel like Drew Barrymore and Boys on the Side. You know what I mean? Where I always feel like they're accusing me of murder behind my back, and I have to like defend myself.
And
like,
that's another thing.
No, he was alive when I left.
Yeah.
He was alive when I left.
No,
and it's like then they're on stage going, and he was dead, and there was blood all over her, and it was like, no, he was alive when I fucking left. Why won't anyone believe me? But then there's this fucking guy lying about me having blood all over me and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's an analogy, but like, you know, and so it's...
I heard a comic go up on stage and talk about holding up a girl up on the wall and screwing her, and that's how she liked it. And she also liked it anally screwing her. Well, fucking her, right?
I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah. But screwing up against
the
wall.
New sex word.
Right?
Okay. No,
and
it's an old one.
She liked it anal and all this and that. And I was like, well, this... it might just became quite interesting. And he got all graphic. And when he came off stage, of course, he named her. So I was like, so I didn't know y'all were married. She was like, that's not my husband. I was like, what? But huh? She was like, no, we dated before. That's my husband. I was like, wait, what? And that's what I was saying. If you're not ready to date a comic. Because he went up there and just did all that while she's sitting there with her husband. And I'm thinking, oh, so that's your dude? No. Oh, that's your dude. I have to go and condition my hair because it's that time. Goodbye. Okay. And I left. I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. But yeah, it can get messy. It can get very
That can't feel good though if you're in a place in life where you're just going up on stage and like your ex-girlfriend who's with her husband and
and just vomiting out your sex life, and it's like, and then the husband, he's sitting there like, hey, wait a minute, she's never done that with me. No. Well, I just learned something new about my wife. So it's like, why would no, I'm good. And also people can be vindictive and petty, and I know I'm not even gonna lie, I know I would. If I date a guy and he hurt me and I see him in the audience with his new chick, guess what? You better leave.
You're gonna handle it with class.
What?
Yes.
I don't smoke cigarette. I would light a cigarette on stage like, story time, kids.
Well, that's classy.
Story time.
That's a classy way of roasting someone on stage.
I would.
Story time.
Yeah. Because I will go in. Yeah. I am that petty person. I will go in. What? That's why I'm like, I have this joke where I'm like, I can never be a doctor or a lawyer, man, please. I hold grudges. I'd be like, what? You cut me off on a one-on-one? Yeah, let me do that heart surgery real quick. Nah, I don't need no gloves. I'm good. I have had open mics where comics will, especially the ones that have lotteries, they'll go.
Oh, right.
They'll go to like Home Depot or whatever and buy like the roll of tickets and like write their names on it and then try to drop it in the bucket. And it's like, we don't have Home Depot tickets. We're not Home Depot. Like, why would you think?
So they're on a budget and they're trying to get their name in.
Yeah, I give them respect. Oh, hey. Respect.
Oh.
But if you get caught, then.
But it's like $5. No,
No,
it's a drink.
no.
You had to buy a drink.
Yeah,
you had to buy an alcoholic beverage.
Yeah,
and then
or
you can
a bottle of water.
Yeah, which you need to go on stage anyway. So.
Because you will. Yeah, your mouth will get dry. My mouth gets dry.
I think that's my issue with stand-up comedy is I've never done it sober. And I don't think I ever could. So it's like, that's the thing.
That's not, I always tell
if you can't do something sober, then you shouldn't be doing it. It's like anything, you have to operate everything like heavy machinery, even comedy, and it's like, and so I can't do it sober and I can't do it drunk either. So
no, I think that should be the number one rule. You have to first do it sober. It does not matter because the problem is if you do not start doing your comedy sober, when you do get sober, you'll never know if you were, or if you do get successful, you'll never know if was that the alcohol or was that really me, because you lose all ambition when you are under that, that liquid courage. So
yeah, I got drunk.
How would you know?
The first episode. I always let myself get drunk the first time. That's my rule. You can get drunk the first time. Then after that, you have to do it sober.
Because here's the thing. You get drunk the first time, you do great. You don't get drunk the second time, you bomb. You're going to think, oh, well, clearly I got to get drunk because that's when I do well. Because that will mess. Your brain will unconsciously click like that for some. Well, at least I know mine will. Mine would have been like, oh, wait a minute. So the first time I was drinking, it worked. But when I'm sober, it didn't. Oh, I'm going back to a little sippy sip. That's what I would, yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess like stage fright, it is like, I mean, once you get up there, it's like having your arm ripped off. You know what I mean? So you need the alcohol to take the pain.
I'd rather face it and just battle through it. I can't have anything in my system. Also because I'm crazy. I need to know I did this. I'm a Leo. I need to know I'm the one that did this. No alcohol. No. And also I'm allergic to alcohol, so I can't really drink it. But whether it's anything else, I cannot have, no, I feel like you have to be sober when you first start. Now, later on, then use it as that's your reward because you've been doing it for so long. Now you're comfortable on stage. Yeah, now you can have a little sip, and then talk to the crowd. Absolutely. But until then, why are you already rewarding yourself? No, get on stage sober, face that beast because it's a beast, especially that quietness, and just work through it. We all had to go through it, is what I'm telling myself. Eddie Murphy had to, who I want to sit down with. Martin Lawrence, who I also want to sit down with. So just naming Wanda Sykes. Yeah, everyone had to go through it. So, well, that's what I try to tell myself. Like, you're not special, even though I feel like I am. You have to go through it. So,
But you're way better than Eddie Murphy.
Eddie, did you hear that? No, I'm sorry. Oh, thank you. Wow.
Eddie Murphy is too evil to be funny. I don't
Is
think he's evil. He's horrible.
Oh.
It's awful. We don't
No.
we don't Eddie Murphy is an enemy of this show.
What has Eddie done? I heard one good story about him, and I was
Eddie
like,
Murphy has to get
shut
off
up.
our lawn. That's how we know.
What did he do? And are we talking about the same Eddie Murphy?
Yeah.
The comic? What did Eddie do? I love a good gossip. Speak.
Well, I mean, he did like the most like piece of shit thing a man could ever do, kind of within their realm of ability, it seems like. And which makes me feel like if he were King Henry VIII, he would have done everything the same. You know what I mean?
Wait, what did he do?
He so Scary Spice, Melanie B, they were dating for a year, and then she found out that she was pregnant, and then she told him, and then the next day when he was at like a press conference for this movie, they asked him about the pregnancy and about like, oh, congratulations on being a new dad, and he was like, excuse me, I might not be the dad, so just give me a minute. Like, and it was like the most piece of shit thing a man can do within their realm of ability, you know, towards another woman. Because it's like Eddie Murphy can't have a woman killed, you know, I don't think.
That we know of.
I mean, yeah, I mean, maybe, I mean, I don't think he
No.
would bother with it. You know what I mean? He can't murder a woman. He can't, you know, but he can publicly humiliate her for being loose at a press conference.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So, which makes me feel if Eddie Murphy were King Henry VIII, he would have done everything the exact same way.
Well,
So,
Eddie, you are
Eddie
not
Murphy
a
is
friend.
not welcome
Apparently, no.
near or around this podcast.
The story that I heard, because
And if Eddie Murphy is listening to the, sorry,
That's
what were
hilarious.
you going to say?
hilarious. No, I said the story that I heard was, it was actually I was listening to this podcast, and or maybe it was her podcast, Ada Rodriguez, who I like. She said that Eddie hit her up and a couple other comedians, and he does this thing at his house where you have comedians come in and they watch them, and they just have to roast what's on the screen, and him and a few other comics, other bigwigs, sit there and they listen and see how
that
good you
sounds
are.
like fun.
What?
Aw.
I would die to be. I wouldn't die to be there. I shouldn't say that, but I would love to be there. Are you kidding me? What?
You know what?
Please, Lord, let me roast in front of Eddie, and let me show you my talent, because I'm actually pretty good. And,
I feel like I would go through what Melanie B had to go through in order to be there. So yes, I agree. That sounds like a fun thing to do. I would
Right?
be
Oh
there.
my God. I was
Okay.
just like, and I guess
So
the really good ones, they let stay, but if you weren't that good.
yeah,
they
even if I
release.
were Melanie B, I would still want to go.
Yeah, I was like,
And I would bring
because
his
they're
child
basically like
with
looking
me
at your talent and seeing how it.
because he's a deadbeat dad and he doesn't visit his kid.
That's worse. Yeah, it just reminded me of the movie. Damn, it was that movie with all the magicians. Can you see me now? Now you see me, or whatever. Yeah, and they had that secret society. I feel like Eddie and them are like in some type of secret society comedy, whatever, and they can just tell who's the real jewel. And I just pegged myself to be the real jewel. But yeah, but they just will see me and be like, ooh, yeah, she looks like she got it or something, or maybe we can help craft that. I like to surround myself with really good people. Again, I want to be just really good as them. And females in comedy, that damn sentence, are women funny? That needs to now die forever.
I think the issue is people.
The guy who said it died.
No, there's a.
He's dead. Can I die
really?
with him?
No, I did read that article though, and it was a long time ago, and I forget exactly. Well, I mean, it's just the issue isn't that women aren't funny. The issue is that men don't find women funny, or the issue is that we haven't been doing comedy as long, and we don't know how to personalize our experiences to a female audience.
No.
Or
we are funny as hell. They know we're funny. The problem is they just want to screw us. I bet you if we screwed them, they'd be like, all right, go ahead and say them jokes while I clean myself up. Go ahead. Please stop. You know we're funny. The first person that made you laugh is your mama. So stop it. Stop it. Okay. We're funny. We're hilarious. Like, that shouldn't even be a question anymore. Like, I feel like sometimes that question is asked just to also distract us so we can argue among ourselves. No, I don't care about that question. Right now, all I care about is getting the stage time, getting better, and annihilating themselves. It's that competitive Leo in me. I can't help it. But yeah, I just want to get better and just crush. And that's it. Nothing more and more, not less. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, I hate that. I just actually watched a documentary with it's called Are Women Funny?
Oh, isn't that one where the woman takes off her pants in the field and stuff and her husband?
Yes.
Yeah, I loved her. But you know what she did? Okay, this is what she did. This is where the entire thing lost me, and I was like, this is so stupid. She dressed up like a guy. And she was like the most unconvincing man ever.
Yeah,
like,
she wants to go do a mic or something.
Like she does a performance as a man. No. She does a performance as a woman who is obviously dressed as a man. And then she's like, people still don't think I'm funny. They're all totally convinced I was a man. And it's like, no, everyone was really confused by your performance. Because you can tell
you're a character actor.
Footage of the audience just like, what is this like person? Like, who is this?
It's like a character actor.
She talked like a fucking girl. I mean, I'm sorry, but it's just like that was where it lost me. Where that was where it was like, you had such a great documentary, and you just ended it with that stupid point that you did not make. And it's just So I guess I thought it was great, and I thought it was really yeah. Well, I didn't know how much her husband was. Do you think her husband was like in on it with her, or he was like saw the cameras and just started like fucking with the cameras? Like, because you couldn't tell if that was like a choice she was making as a director to make like or put her husband in it to make it more funny, or if he was actually like putting himself out there to be
actually
annoying.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was his idea.
Really?
Yeah. But like, hey, hon, why don't you try this and just see how it goes. Because that
scene with Sarah Silverman and they're like talking in the kitchen, he's like all around and kind of in their face and stuff. Like, I couldn't tell if that was actually planned or if that
probably was planned.
Really? Okay.
I remember I was listening to this veteran comic, and they were saying how they had a set that they did, and they were trying to get on some person's show, and the guy was like, no, because women aren't funny, so I'm good. And they kept like going after them, and fine, they were like, fine, let me see your set. They saw it, they were like, all right, it's not that bad, but can you switch this and put it here and take this and put it there? She went and did that, did his show, bombed, and then when she got off stage, he was like, well, it was better the way you had it the first time. Okay. And then he left. He was like, you saying you knew she was funny. You set her up to fail. You are going to hell. Aww. Thank God you're already old. But yeah.
Well, look what happened to John Belushi. He was always fucking with female comedians, and he died.
What was he doing? I don't know that story.
Oh, yeah. John Belushi was like this horrible, like sexist piece of shit, and
God was like, I need to talk to you now.
Well, he. Well, I guess. Well, Jane Curran went on Oprah and talked about it, and was like, and then Chevy Chase tried to start defending John Belushi.
Boys Club.
And then Jane Curran and was like, no, Chevy, you were there and you saw all this happen and you saw him not,
nice.
and then he was like, all right. And so, but he was like, defending his.
Yeah. Guys will defend. Yeah, that Boys Club is real.
But John Belushi would like, if there was like a sketch written by a woman, he would like mumble his lines or like wouldn't be funny in it, like deliberately and stuff. And and it's like, but his thing was like he didn't really think women were funny. He thought that women were props there to kind of make it funnier for the men, and for the men to play off their stuff on. And
I think it's low key jealousy. Yeah. At the end of the day, like if you really look at the bigger picture, because when you try to keep someone out, at least to me, when you try to keep someone out of something, that means that if you let them in, they're going to be so great at it to where they're going to pass you and annihilate you in it. So therefore, you keep them out. It's competitive. We're all human. We're competitive. And that's, I think that's literally the problem of everything. We're competitive. I don't want you to pass me. No. So I'm going to keep you out. No, you can't. Yeah. Oh, you wrote these lines. Psh, whatever. I'm not going to say. I'm just going to, even though these lines could be the best thing. Women are great, right? What? It's like, no, you're jealous and just get over it. Let us have fun. Include us in. What's the problem? You're afraid we're going to be better than you? We are. Now make peace with it. We bring life into this world. We are magical. I'm sorry, I'm not. You'll be okay.
Well, I wonder
I have a very supportive boyfriend, which allows me to be like this.
Oh, that's sweet.
Date someone. If you're in this business, it's good to date someone that is in this business in some type of form or fashion, so they can understand what you're going through. Like me coming home at 3 a.m, and if I wasn't dating somebody that was in the business, he'd probably be like, "Yo, where you been at?" Or where? No, like I can't date a jealous or whatever crazy guy, because I'm the type of person where you ain't my mama, so you're not gonna check up on me. My daddy's not here. You're not gonna fill in that spot. So that's that. Like, you can't tell me what to do, and that's the end of it. So anytime when I would date, I would always try to find a guy that would understand my lifestyle, would get, oh, I'm working on something that's gonna, maybe you won't see me for 6 weeks, but then you'll see me for another 6 weeks. Because I worked on some project and it paid me a boatload of money. Now I can, yay, celebrate and relax now. But that was my casting days. Oh my God. God needs to let me win the comedy lottery or something. Anyway, but yeah, so it's like, so my dude who works in audio, he understands the up and down of the business, how the money is, how it's not, the hours you work on during holiday seasons, you work during your birthday, you work till 5 a.m. You can be on set till 5 and then have to come back at 3. They understand that. I dated this one guy who did not get it. I was working on this project that had this big time actor, and it was her first time directing. So it was a big deal, and everyone was like crazy because she was crazy. So, and it was a big studio film, so the studio was nervous. Everybody was nervous. So I was, of course, because I'm the assistant, everything falls on us. So I had to make sure everything was running as smoothly, as magically as possible, supernatural. Like I had to pray to God, the devil, everyone. Like I like all the help in the world, making deals. Like had to make sure. And I had started talking to this guy, and I was like, "Look, I'm about to disappear, maybe for about 3 or 4 weeks, because I need all my focus. I need to focus on this project. Blah blah." But then one of those days I would have a free day. So I'll call him up like, "Hey, let's go have dinner." And he'd be like, "I thought you were busy." "Yeah, but we're free today," because the director, she went crazy and she wanted to go home. So they let us all go home and we love it. So he'd be like, "Okay." And then one day he was just like,
"You're cheating on me, huh?" Yeah.
He was like, "I feel like I think you have another guy, because normally when I date a girl, she's always all about me. Like she's always like giving me compliments, and she's always there when I call her, and you're never there. You're always busy." And my first thought was, when he said the girl's always about him, I was like, wait a minute. Okay, so first of all, you messed up, because I'm a middle child and I'm a Leo. So just automatically I thrive and hunger for the attention. So if you think I'm going to suck up to you and kiss your ass, you're highly mistaken. Actually, that's me. You're supposed to be doing that to me. So I was trying to make a joke out of it. He was like, "No, I'm being serious. Like, girls like sweat me. So like, what's your problem?" I was like, "Wait, you being serious?" I was like, "Man, please." I was like, "Okay, I don't think we can talk anymore, because I have a lot of things on my plate right now. I can deal with this. Like, I cannot. I'm good. Thank you. It was awesome. But what? No." And I didn't explain myself to him. No, I didn't. No. Okay. And he was like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm very serious. We don't have to do this." I said, "Because I don't have to explain myself to you. We just started talking. I don't know you that long for me to start lying to you already. And I'm not even that type of person. So, and you seem to be already a little bit high maintenance, where I should be the one that's high maintenance. No. I'm not going to be the guy in the relationship. You crazy. You probably want your titty sucked too, please."
You saw The Devil Wears Prada?
Yes.
Right? Like that
many times.
So it's pretty controversial in feminist groups because of how her boyfriend and how her friends treated her career.
Yeah.
Because she got a job in a field that maybe she wasn't initially interested.
And then she kind of immersed herself in it and started, going really hard and started succeeding at work. And then, but the entire time, her friends and her boyfriend are like
suffered.
Yeah. Well, they're kind of suffering and they feel like neglected by her and stuff. But at the same time, they're completely unsupportive. And then, they're, you know what I mean? They're just
in this business, you got to surround yourself with the best people because the business is so hard.
Right.
That if you even have just one bad person around you, it will destroy your whole, whatever you're working on, whatever that you have. It somehow, it will seep, it will leak, and you'll be like, but how? Yeah, it was that person, somehow that negative energy or something they said to you. I was going to do a set once or something, and somehow someone gave me a different tip, and I was like, you think I should? They were like, yeah, because you do that all the time. Like, you shouldn't. I was like, oh. I'm going to try it. Didn't work. I was like, okay, so I should have went with my gut because you'll learn that sometimes people are not for you. Sometimes people give you advice to hurt you, or as someone told me, not for you not to pass them. Because I was like, why would they do that? They're like, oh, they didn't want you to pass them. It's like, really? Like, okay, I need to stop being so damn naive. I try to look for the good in everyone. It just sucks when it's...
Well, in LA, everybody's a good person. You know what I mean? Everyone seems everyone seems like the same person. Everyone seems really nice. And I've always been really amazed.
Well, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm constantly shocked. I'm constantly shocked about like people and like seeing true colors. And oh no! I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just like in LA. I mean, people don't wear eye patches, and people don't have scars, and people don't have a pirate tattoo. You know what I mean?
It's because you can't see it. Yeah. It's in storage.
Yeah. Like, what are some like in your career? I mean, this is such a competitive field and stuff, and like navigating relationships, and which ones are the toxic ones, and which ones are the positive ones.
I don't like
because like, how do you avoid those people that are gonna be perfect angels to you, you know what I mean, but while giving you bad advice and stuff, knowing that they're sabotaging you?
Well, I just get away from them. What I started to do in 2017 was to start to get the negative people out of my life and just only stay like with people that's doing stuff and also in positivity. Just, they're always positive and they're doing this, even when they make a mistake or fall. I'm like, okay, well, they recover better. So I was like, let me surround myself with those people because and that could also make you lose a lot of time. You're over here wasting time with just destructive people. Like you just can't. Surround yourself with the best people that's giving you good advice. And you can tell when someone gives you crappy advice because every time they give you an advice, you fail at it and you go, wait a minute. I don't think this person is for me. He's giving me good advice. Let me stop. Let me go ahead and stop. Like my dude, we have great conversation, but we've been best friends for like 10 years. So we kind of cheated when it comes to that. So I don't have any good dating advice at all. Actually, that's my only dating advice. Be best friends with them for 1,000 years. And then, that's when you go in for the kill. And then it'll work out fine. I try to tell people, date whoever that allows you to be yourself because now I know I'm a lot. Granted, I do have my serious side, but I'm a lot. I'm very playful. I'm high energy. I can be crazy. I'm that girl swinging from the chandelier. I don't care. It's fun. It looks fun. Supermarkets, yes, I am riding on the carts. Down the aisle, spinning. I'm sorry. And I just like to have like a lot of fun. And I needed someone that I can, be able to express myself with because I know I'm a lot. And also that can take me. Luckily, my dude, he's very laid back, chill. So while I'm cartwheeling in the back, he's he's the one that's holding everything and catching stuff that I'm kicking around to make sure, she's good. But he does allow me to, express myself. Sometimes I'll be hanging out with him and I'll break out into songs. I don't know why. But hey, I'm a creative. I have a lot of stuff pouring out of my brain, but he allows me to do that in opposed to I'll see some people dating and the girl will be booking whatever and the guy's like, you booked another thing? Jeez. Or why are you doing that? Like, that joke wasn't even funny. And I'd be like, oh, is he a comic too? Oh, he's not. What is he? He's in construction and he's giving you advice? Okay. I worked on this one TV show where one of the actors he was one of the series regulars. And I saw his girlfriend would always like, oh my God, is your scene finished yet? Like, and it's like, what? Oh, you need to dump her like yesterday. Did she just ask the scene over? Is she the director's daughter? She's not? Oh, yeah, you need to dump her 2 weeks ago then. Because why is she here? Why would you date someone that's purposely destroying your career? And you can see it's the jealousy or it's the, I don't care. Anything negative, you gotta go. I'm sorry, because people are jealous. People are, and it's not that they're jealous. Sometimes people do have a hard time when stuff is not going well for them.
Yeah.
And then it's that comparison. They're like, but it's going well for that person. Why not? Some people can deal with it well. Some can't.
I don't know. I guess I just sometimes I wonder like if guys like want to get back at me or something, or
Probably.
like, yeah, but it's like, but why? Like, I don't know. It's just like, it's
But what do you mean? Every guy you date, do they always seem like they're attacking you, or are they self-esteem destroyers, or are they attacking your career? Are you booking more than them and they're jealous in that sense? Like, what do you mean?
Oh, I don't know. I guess just like well, I guess like recently, like I'm having not issues, but like there's this guy and it's sort of awkward between him and me, and he lives in my building, and I returned his wallet to him. You know, like I was in the gym and I found this wallet, and
Do not shit where you sleep.
No.
That comment is for never date people in your building or your job.
Yeah,
please.
That's a big rule. That's a big rule for me.
I'll tell you my story later.
Yeah, but this guy was. I mean, he was like you know, not somebody I would be interested in any sense. Mm-hmm. You know, even if he wasn't my neighbor. You know, and I returned his wallet to his apartment. You know, and I was, you know, and then he was like, oh, well, let me like take you out. Let me get you a drink. Let me, you know, and like, I was like, it's fine. Don't worry about it. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. You know? But like, since then, I guess he's just been rude to me, and it's just like, and it's like, it's awkward seeing him and stuff. And it's like, if I hadn't returned this guy's wallet and stuff, he would have still been really nice, you know, and nothing would have fucking changed, you know? Yeah. And so I just feel like that's like kind of like a small little nugget scale. I just feel like sometimes
it's like why? What did I do?
So I was sorry. Nice. I came to your apartment door, and I mean, maybe
no
like
good deed goes unpunished.
Well, yeah, but it's like I feel like, guys, he's getting kind of back at me. You know what I mean? Like, he's not going to be friendly with me anymore. He's not going to smile at me anymore.
You hurt his feelings. You turned him down.
And
some guys can't deal with that, or not just some guys. Not to do a blanket statement. Some people can't deal with the. Whatever, I'm gonna say there's some guys. You turn me down? Oh, then it's on now. It's like, dude, you know, there's like 1,000 chicks out there. Like, stop it. I'm trying to work on these jokes where I still don't know how to put it yet, but even though I grew up here, mm-hmm. I still have like Haitian. Oh, I grew up in a Haitian household, so yeah. I don't see things how I guess the Americans see it, basically dating. Like dating, when I try to get advice from my mom to be like, oh, hey mom, this guy, he doesn't like me, and or I'm dating this guy and he maybe cheated or whatever, and she'd be like, well, he doesn't like you anymore, so move on. It's like, because that's the Haitian culture. It's like, all right, well, he doesn't like you anymore, move on. Like, you be all right. Next, oh, this guy, well, that's good. He cheated. Do you have you? My mom once told this girl, because she was like, yeah, I found out my husband was cheating on me. I can't believe it. My mom was like, but where's your boyfriend? Yeah, if you find out your husband has a girlfriend, you need to get yourself a boyfriend. Like, what's the problem? And I was just like, well, okay. So never cry a river to my mama, or the Haitian culture, I guess. But yeah, so it just, they don't see it. I guess don't see the same. So I don't react the same way, I guess, in dating. So if a guy is not good to me, whatever, dump him. Okay, I can get another one. If I'm dating a super great guy and it's still, even with my boyfriend now, I'm like, yeah, we're great and we gel really good. But you know what? I won't die if we don't make it, because you're not the last guy on earth. You're not the last great guy. And we need to, I feel like in the American culture, we treat like any guy we date, he's the one. He's the one. That's it. That's it. There's no other guys. no other guys out there. That's it. It's just him. This is your soulmate. If you lose him, you are lost forever. So then you break up with this guy, and now you want to kill yourself, you want to kill him, or he wants to kill you, and it's just like, but you know what? You could have now been dating this person and all this other person, all this.
Well, I think that's
but we don't do that. We're just like, my life is over. He doesn't like me, and that's it. I'm dying today. I'm killing him, her, me. Why? And it's like, no, and that's something terrible to think of. And I think maybe it's coming to me. And then maybe I think this way is because you just have extra time on your hands. Because in Haiti, we have to fight to survive. But out here, you don't have to fight to survive. So what do you do with your hands? I'm going to work this joke out. I'm going to try to craft it it's in my head, but I'll figure it out. But yeah, that's why I feel it's too much emphasis on he's the one, she's the one. And if you don't have the one, oh my God, you are zero. It's like, stop it.
Do you believe in soulmates?
It's not that I feel like I'm my soulmate. I complete me, because I've always had a problem when they say, oh, you complete me, you make me 100. Really? Because I feel like God has a sense of humor, and he's also could be an asshole. Because you'll be like, this guy or this person is my 100, he complete me, but then that person dies. Now what? Are you back to 50%?
Oh, I love plot twists like that.
Yeah.
I love movies
then
like
what?
that.
So your soul is gone now.
There's this beautiful romantic drama, and then the person dies.
Yeah, it's like
end.
so now. Yeah,
love
so
it.
now what are you gonna do? Where's your soulmate? Your soulmate is dead. So what? Now you have no other soulmates. And I've heard stories where couples will be together for 30, 50 years, and then one will die, and the other one will stay loyal. What? Even the person that's dead is like, please, I would have been. And that's why guys, like, that's why I took them, so you can get some more loving, some more extraness. Like, what? Like, stop it. Get out there and meet more people. We need to. That's why one of the things I love about social media, I feel like, is getting the world to be more connected. That's why God ain't coming. The story is getting so juicy. It's like, what else is gonna happen? But yeah, it's like, we need to stop doing that and really just focus on ourselves. I'm my soulmate. I complete me. You can't complete me. You don't know me all the way 100. I don't know you all the way 100. So why would I match you up to my soul? You don't know my soul. For all you know, you can say the wrong word to me and I can stab you. So did you know that, soul? It's like, so stop.
But that's like, I think, like, if you have that kind of love for someone, then you're probably
no, you can have love for someone, but I think when it gets to that, because I feel like, because it comes with such a pressure, because what happened if that soulmate or whatever is taken away? That person is now crushed, and some people can't recover. And I feel like you put all that pressure on someone you got to find your soulmate. You got it will make you go crazy. I have a girlfriend that all she wants is to get married. Like, she doesn't care. She's from Texas. And that's I guess down there. All she wants is to get married, have her kids, picket fences. And I'm like, yeah, but if you keep asking for that, be careful that you end up with a guy and the marriage sucks. You got the marriage, but what happened if the marriage sucks? Now you stuck with him because all you wanted was the marriage. Like, no. That's why I believe in living with your spouse before you marry them, so you can know everything. I don't want any surprises after we get married and I go, honey, you left your socks on the floor. Bitch, I'll get what? Oh no.
See, I feel like
I need to know that before.
I've lived with people and I just don't think it's a good idea. Like,
I know, it's going great with me.
Like, where do you go? You know what I mean? I spent the night on a train once because I didn't want to go back to, and I didn't sleep. I did stuff and I just hung out on the train all night.
Was he abusive or something? Or?
We got into a fight and I was just angry and stuff. And it was I just didn't want to go back, and it was just and I wanted him to worry about me and stuff, and it was
wow.
Well, so that was just what I did.
I never get to there.
Yeah, but I just don't.
I think, but you have to get to know the person, because again, I'm going to say this, and I hope I don't get in trouble for this, but I've always had so I was raised Catholic, and one of the things about being Catholic is, save your virginity till you married.
Good idea.
Not good idea.
Great in theory. It's a great theory.
Yeah, theory.
Yeah,
yes.
It's a great idea, I think. Yeah. If you can do it, I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great idea.
If I'm going to be a virgin, you need to be a virgin too, you little bastard. And since we don't know that, no, because, not to say go run out and see whoever, but my thing is we put males on such a pedestal, whatever, that it's like, yes, you have to save yourself for him. No, I say for who I want to give it to, and that's that, whether marriage or not, that's that. Because I would hate to get married to someone and then come to find out we have a horrible sex life, or a sexless life. We have we hate each other, and then as we're going on getting to know more about each other, it's like, oh wait a minute, I hate the way he chews. Look at him breathing. I will stab him. I've heard so many stories of, because I love watching I love documentaries. I love watching people. I'm just like a people person watcher. And I'll see stories, yeah, when I married him, I was a virgin, and yeah, he gave me a disease, or he had whatever, or she was this and that. And it's like, why didn't you like get to know each other all the way through first to see if y'all can continually gel? Because at the end of the day, the person that you first get with is not going to be who they are a year from now, 2 years from now, 3, because you both are growing and maturing. And we need to, and well, at least for me, I need to see that we can grow in sync with each other. If not, that's fine. We can step away and let's just be friends. Because I'm friends with all my exes. Yeah, because I date great guys. I don't date losers. So I need to make sure I can still, we can break up and I will still have my life and heart and soul later. And you too. You too. I have a trigger finger. Anyway, but yeah, so it's just, yeah, I try to date guys that are not self-esteem destroyers, because I did that, and I've done that before, and I'm like, I don't like that. Like the kind of guys that would say little comments like,
yeah,
oh, so you are gonna wear that, and it's like, wait, why? It's fine? Oh no, it's fine. Yeah. I mean, if you think it's fine, it's like, wait, what? And now you in your head all night, like, wait a minute, is it? No, you are messing with me, and I need to cut you out of my life. I'm not here to be your. This one guy said, because I asked this guy, I was like, why do you always pick on girls? Oh, I always see you messing with your girlfriend. And he was like, oh, because she's a mark. Right? I was like, what does that mean? He was like, oh, yeah. She's a mark. Like, I know anything I throw at her, she's going to fall for it. So I like messing with her. And I'm like, that's evil because you're driving her insane. He's like, right? Right? Men are evil. I was like, you a bastard. He was like, But then after a while, you can't blame him. You got to look at the girl and be like, why are you still with him? You see he's driving you crazy. You're crying. In the beginning, it's cute. After a while, I don't got time to be fighting with you, always arguing with it. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. I want to be lavished and fly, see the world, and go bungee jumping and do crazy things and host and act and produce and write. I don't need anyone in my corner trying to attack me or with the little self-esteem destroyer comments.
Do you think it's misogyny that men do that? Or do you think it's like if they were the girlfriend, they would be doing the exact same thing? Is it just like they have poor character and they're insecure in relationships and it doesn't matter that?
Yeah, there are some people that are just... Okay, so my dude had these guy friends that he used to hang out with. And I was just like, one of them I felt was he was a cool guy, but he just, to me, seemed like the kind of person that if you blew up around him, he would throw a monkey wrench into that. Right? Yeah, because, I don't know, maybe it was jealousy, or maybe he felt he couldn't get to the next level, so therefore, but he's like, I'm going to throw a monkey wrench into this, and sometimes he wouldn't know when he's doing it, just like making little bad comments, or I'm like, yo, what's up with this guy? Like, Jesus Christ. But I don't know, I'm just like, just surround yourself with good people, because people are crazy and are emotional, don't like you to pass them, just evil, or sometimes they may not know and they just, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't know I was so much in my feelings that you were passing me, or I was so bitter or whatever that I attacked you. Oh, and people hold grudges. So sometimes watch who you attack, because they may be smiling in your face, be like, I forgive you. I'll just fuck you later in life when I'm a bigger star. Thank you.
I hold grudges.
Oh, yeah. I think everyone should.
I think I'm unconsciously passive aggressive too. Like there's like, too. Yeah, where it's like somebody will like.
Females do that.
Yeah.
I feel it's because if we come, they'll be like, oh my gosh, she's a bitch. Oh my God. So we females, we want to be loved and liked, and males, they've always been taught to just be yourself and go whatever. Females, no, you must sit down, be demure, be a lady, respectable, bring your voice down. Use your inside voice. What are you doing? You are a lady. But guys, you're gonna be like, yeah, I want to be like that. So, and I feel like because we don't have that, that's why we're so passive. Like, oh, okay, he just upset me, but you know what? I'm not gonna let him know that he upset me, but I will, when I pass him, bump him very hard so he'll know that I am mad. But I'm not gonna tell him that I'm mad, and I'm gonna apologize when I do bump him. It's like, what? This is why females are crazy. We get so many freaking messages to be a lady. Oh, I said this one thing. I was like, so I've been dating my dude for 4 years. So I have now stopped shaving. Thank you. Because you can't keep up this whole female whatever thing that they built up for us to always smell nice and be perfect and prim, not a hair out of place. And man, please.
But I like that kind of thing. And so whenever women say that to me, I'm always like nervous about like being in a relationship because it's like, oh, I don't want to stop shaving when I get into a relationship. But you do get more comfortable.
Yeah, you get comfortable.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
you get
because you're shaving and you're
I don't
grooming.
I don't want to be comfortable.
Yeah, you're like, I don't want to be comfortable. I want to stay groom. Well, you can stay grooming and plucking. Ouch. But we do all that at first to attract. We're like a fire. Like, come moth, come to us. And when the moth comes and he settles down and we warm him up, and then when he gets very comfortable, we go, psych. We stop the fire. Now it's cold. Now here's my hairy legs. You better rub it. You be all right. If you keep going up in the forest, there's another part of trees that you would like to discover themselves. But yeah, now I don't shave. I'm like, I cook really good meals. My boyfriend, he's fine. And he's super tall, so he can't see my legs anyway. I'm 5'2". He's 6'6.5". He can.
6'6.5".
Yes. I like dating really
I love those.
big,
I love
tall dudes.
petite girl and really tall guys. I think that's such a cute combination.
Well, no, I date really big, tall dudes because it allows me to be not confident, but feel invincible. Because I have a bad mouth, and before you try to check me, I'll be like, wait a minute. Do you not see the eclipse? Okay, let me continue my mouth talking. No, but no, because it brings me that security. So I
dated a big guy once,
dudes,
and he got into 2 fights. Well, he got into 2 fights that I initiated.
That's hilarious.
Not initiated. I was doing good with it with my boyfriend. I was a crime fighter with my boyfriend, and I would wait in the car, and he would.
Did you say you were a crime fighter?
Yeah, I was a crime fighter,
I'm
with my boyfriend.
To hear about this.
Oh my god! Okay,
you were a crime fighter.
We were hanging out at my apartment, and so I had these crazy fucking neighbors, right? And they were this couple, and they were piled on top of each other. So there was this family, and they lived in the apartment next door, and there was probably 8 people living in this 2-bedroom apartment. And so the oldest couple that lived there was this they would fight all the time, screaming, just horrifying fights, that you just couldn't imagine what kind of rage started, that these kind of fights. You couldn't understand what they were saying. Oh my God. Oh, it's so bad. And so anyways, we were hanging out in my apartment, and we look out the window, and we hear screaming and stuff. And then we look out the window, and he's running out of his apartment, and his wife is with a knife, a steak knife, he's bleeding in his shoulder, he's already been stabbed and stuff. And I helped hide evidence. This is I helped hide evidence story too. And so
maybe you shouldn't be saying this.
They were my neighbors. Recording. If they tell you to hide a knife, if they're your neighbors, and
I think you just dry snitched on yourself.
No, this was I won't say where this was.
It's too late. Actually, they already know it's in your apartment.
The building
they know.
The building. No, it's not this building. It's
okay.
And it's been refurbished, and they don't live there anymore anyway. So But
okay, continue on with your crime story. Okay, you're not a crime stopper. You're a crime helper.
Well, I called the police.
Did she say that she's a crime stopper?
I called the cops.
That's not crime stopper.
And so I was like, Vince, go help.
Wait, you called the cops after hiding evidence?
No,
you're my kind of girl.
No, I didn't. No, this is later. They told me to.
You're my kind of girl.
It was just okay. All right. Well, this is okay. So this.
I'm hanging out with you. Anytime I'm doing something illegal, I'm be like, need you to hold this for me.
They were, it's just when your neighbors are telling you to do something, it's just and they're the ones that you have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. And this kind of situation actually happened with them a lot in their situation. And so you kind of had to just accommodate them. And so it's okay, I'll hide the knife. I'll hide the knife for you guys, whatever you want. And
And can I stick a camera in your house so I can see all this action happening? What? It seems like a live apartment.
Okay, so we live next door. And
Wow.
and so Vince went out and I was on the phone, and so he went out to go like kind of like stop the situation. And so the man had like pushed his wife. I think he like punched her or something to get her like away from him and stuff. He ran out across the street. He was already like calling the police, and then like my boyfriend was just total like freaked out, scared, just like trying to like handle everything, just, you know. And then so the police came, and then they had shown up like the police's the attitude that these police officers had was so fucking funny, because they were just like, this apartment again. Like they were just so like,
you know it's a problem when they know you by
I know
name.
they were so like, they were like not even like in a rush to get over to this guy. You know, it was just like,
is that Johnny and them?
I know, it was
We'll
so
be
funny.
there.
And then so these two older women that lived in the building and stuff, they were helping the woman, and so she was holding the knife still. They just handed me the knife, and I just went through in the dumpster.
Wow.
Yeah,
more neighbors like you.
But
You
the
sound
woman was
awesome.
arrested, and she was like back later that day and stuff. So it was just, yeah. But then so later on, a couple weeks later, there was like these two homeless people were fighting, and I did the same thing. And then after that, I think Vince and I broke up. But he had a really great car, though. I will say that.
I was dating this guy, stopped dating him. He wanted to date me again. I was like, nah, I'm good. And then he was like, well, let me just take you out to dinner. And I was like, cool. I'm never going to say no to a free meal. I'm from Haiti. So then he took me out to eat. We ate and then came back. He was like, are you sure? I was like, nah, I'm good. And then he got a little crazy. And I was like, okay, this is when I get out the car. Got out the car and he was arguing. And that's why I was saying don't shit where you sleep, because he lived around me. And I was just like, damn it, this is why I know I shouldn't have done this. So I get out the car. I was on his side of the street and by his house, and his house has an incline. So I'm by the garage. He's yelling. I'm like, whatever. And he looks like he's charging for me, like walking really fast. And I'm like, whatever, I'm from New York. I put my hands on my hip. I'm like, well, so what you gonna do? But in my back of my brain, I was like, hey, you know when something's coming at you and you can feel like a little wind, extra speed? My brain was going, there is some speed there, I think. It seemed like there's some oomph to his walk. Let's see where he's gonna take this. And as I'm like, what you gonna do? He came, took his hand, and pushed me on my shoulder, and I flew up. Now, this guy, I think he's like 6'1" or whatever. Again, I like to date tall, big guys. So because we were on a hill, I flew up the hill, went flying in the air. I was like, holy crap, he hit me. I landed, slid down a little bit, half down the hill. I saw he picked up my purse. I stood up and said, get in my purse. Jumped from half of the hill onto his back, started swinging and punching his head. Just punching. Drop my fucking purse. Now, granted, first of all, I should have been like worried about my safety, but I'm over here worried about a purse. But just to say, you know, we're comics and we're always poor and broke. So I saved all my little red cent to get this cute little purse. And when I finally got it, I was going to fight to the death, which I shouldn't have. Anyway, I made, once again, peace with my God and made a deal with the devil. I was like, I'm dying tonight. I am fighting I'm 5'2". I'm tiny. Well, actually, I'm 5'3.5". But I'm tiny, fighting this big dude on his back, swinging like a maniac. He's going to kill me. I know this. So I made my peace. I was like, because one of us dying tonight. You just ain't going to hit me and walk away. You crazy. So I'm swinging. But then I remembered, because I used to watch People's Court. And the judge will always say, there's that one punch homicide. We call it one punch homicide. If you punch somebody in the right part of their temple, it can like burst something and they can die. One punch homicide. So I was like, oh, right. And then he dropped my purse. I somehow took my knee, put it on his back, and jumped off him. Picked up my purse, continued cursing him out, and walked to go back to my place. There was a guy sitting in his car watching the whole thing. Now, granted, when the guy first hit me, he got out the car, but then when he saw me beat him up, he got back in his car like, oh, she got this. I was like, thanks, sir. So I went and I started to call the cops, but then I was like, nah, I was able to defend myself and I don't need another black man killed. I already got my revenge, so I'm good. And yeah, so yeah, that's what. Which you should never fight guys, females. Do not. It's not good. But that night, I just
it was.
you don't put your hands on me, son. You don't know me like that. It's like, why would you even do that? It's like, why would you even like want to do that to a girl? And I'm little. I'm like little, and I'm harmless with my shiny bedazzled gun. But no, I am harmless. I am so nice and sweet, cute. I'm wholesome. I'm a Catholic school girl. Thank you. The good kind, not the bad, or maybe, I don't know. So why would you want to hurt me? I'm a butterfly with horns and thorns. But yeah, and I swear to God, when I was flying into the air, it was like slow motion. I was like, he really put his hand. Because I'm not gonna lie, I did have that black girl, like my hand on my hip, like, I wish you would. Oh, you did! Oh man. He did it. Oh, now I gotta take responsibility now. Oh, damn. I called this to myself. I did him. Damn it, Gina. Damn it, why? So then I was just like, oh, okay. All right. All right, God, I asked for this, so let's go ahead and let's fight this battle. Yeah, so I jumped on his back. I didn't care. I was like, I don't care. I want my purse back, and I need to hit you back for you hitting me. So I just kept punching him in his head. Pum, 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 pum. And I was just like, I can't believe I'm doing this. When I got to my house, my hands, first of all, my palm was scraped off the skin because I slid down the hill. The back of my hand was black and blue. I was just like, you are crazy. That's all I could say to myself in the mirror. I was like, you're crazy. And that's that.
Well, the moral of the story is you have a 6'6" boyfriend now.
Yeah, he could not do the fighting for me because I retired. I'm a lover, not a fighter. At least not on Tuesdays.
But I'm sure it's nice to know that he doesn't have to worry about you.
No.
He can.
Well, no, that's why he lets me. Well, not that he lets me come home late because I do what I want. I'm a grown woman. But no, it's just. Yeah. He's like, yeah, you good. You can. Not to guys. Don't come and try me. I have a special surprise in my purse.
Oh, but, yeah. Be careful what you say on here. I'm kind of worried now that like I say things and guys are going to be like, oh, she responds well to abuse, like and stuff. I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you wanna meet God super quickly before your time, I mean, roll up, son. What's up? Roll up. We can do the snap, click, click, clack, clack. Let's do this. That was New York. For the rest of the America that doesn't know, Utah, Louisiana. But yeah, look, I'm like, just be nice to everyone. Don't be an ass. Don't be. Yeah, let's just end on that. Be nice to everyone.
Treat others.
You know, because you never know what someone else is going through. You don't know their one little word. They might stab you on it. So it's like, stop. Just be nice to everyone.
Their little magic word that they stab you on.
You don't know.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. That was so fun. Right. You made me laugh the entire time. Oh, yay. Honestly.
December 10th, I'm in Santa Barbara doing a show at Brass Bear. December 24th, Christmas Eve, I'm doing Flappers, a show that's at, I think, 7:30. But it's going to be up on my Instagram, which is Anna Jean Jokes. Yeah, follow me on Instagram. The same thing on Twitter. If you're French or Haitian, it's Anna Jean Jokes. Yeah, whatever. I don't know. But yeah, so I have I don't know if you can put this on your calendar, but March 19th, which is my mama's birthday, yay! I'm gonna be at Levity Live in Oxnard. So yeah, so I got a few shows coming up and sprinkled around, and I'm doing it. Doing it. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
She's like, I'm loving this. Oh wait, is it me? Oh, I'm the host. Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're fabulous.
I am just like the shittiest.
Stop it. That's another. Oh, that's not that one. Let's talk about. We females need to stop attacking ourselves. Stop it. We always attack ourselves. We be like, oh my God, we're so terrible. I'm like, I'm so terrible. This joke. Why did I do that? I'm so stupid. When guys would be like, did that joke bomb? Whatever. I'm awesome. But nobody laughed. Whatever. I'm king. We need that. We need we need an inner guy in us. Yes.
Oh, I love that quote by Mindy Kaling where she's like, on the inside, I'm Army Hammer. Like, that was such a great, like, way of looking at things. Just pretend on the inside you're Army Hammer.
Yeah.